Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Leonetti Variety Show. What a show we got today. I got so much to tell you, you're not going to believe it. Before I go any further, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever you got to do, because my brother's driving me crazy with this stuff, so you get notified. And it's very, very important. And also, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Mr. Bob Kellogg. Bob, thank you so much for being so wonderful. And I know it's your anniversary. I wish I was there in Battle Creek, Michigan. But I know you're out there making Frosted Flakes. So we're here today with two very special guest stars of friends of mine. I got my buddy Johnny Montello right next to me to the left, who just joined my organization in the marketing program we're going to talk about, and my very special friend, Cosmo. Now, Cosmo is an entertainer here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Been in Vegas for many, many years. You know, he was a hitman for the mob, a collector, and he turned his life around, found the Lord. No, I'm only teasing you. And he's out there.
I didn't know you knew that about me.
I know all about you, pal. What are you talking about? And he's performing at a place called Les Sorel, which I'm invited this evening, you know, for dinner. It's a wonderful place. In fact, I was going to have the owner here, but she's on vacation. So I said, you know, I'm going to mention her. And in fact, we got a shot of some of the food that she makes that's there. Rick Manning will shoot that in. As you can see, you got the lobster and you got the meatballs, and you have a wonderful caprese salad. And that's just a few of the dishes that they have over there. And their address is 5875 Rainbow. Their number is 702-485-2744. Make sure you call, make a reservation, and you'll really enjoy him, because we're going to go see him tonight. Now, a lot of people ask me, Mike, you always say, we're the number one podcast. Nobody reaches more people. Do you know why? Because I pay for it. We reach over 10,000 people with this podcast. It's called The Skew. So Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, when the show's over, which is today, it goes to the Department of Homeland Security. No, I'm only kidding. It goes to my brother. He puts the whole package together, and then we send it into a skew, and it goes out to over 10,000 people. I do this every single week to let you people know what the hell's going on with Ahern, where I'm performing at, what's happening. So it's wonderful for me. So I'm very, very blessed to have that out there to you people, because I make this show well-rounded. I wanted to do something different, a well-rounded show, no vulgarity. I wanted to bring the right type of people that were in this show, from senators to Jim Marsh. I mean, the list is endless of the people that I have, and this will be my 10th show, which I'm very, very honored and very, very excited. So I want to get back to my buddy here, Cosmo. Cos, so you've been in Vegas. What have you played at? What have you done?
I've played at every hotel in town that's been imploded.
Really?
The first one I started at was the Tropicana. And in 1977, I worked in the atrium at the Tropicana. Beautiful room at the time. And so now that's the last of the places I've played, and they're being blown up.
Well, you know,
and redone.
Well, I got to tell you, guys like you and I are the last of what Vegas was.
Yes.
That's it. You know what I mean? Because like I say, Monday, which I'm so proud to say, I'll be 72 years old. 72. Maron, where did all the years go? 72. But God gave me the voice, and He gave me the power to still play those drums, and I will continue to do that as long as the Lord provides the blessings that man has given me. I also would like to say, before I go any further with you guys, that everybody knows I wrote a book. In fact, Donny Osmond had a copy of it, and they're going to shoot it up there. Hollywood, I cannot mention what company, but the big ones in Hollywood want to buy the rights to my book, and they want to do a motion picture of my life. I had a very colorful life, and I'm very, very honored. And what a way to leave that legacy. Thanks, Donnie. Donnie loved my book. We got to get him at the restaurant. So you're playing there. What's some of the music that you do so that people know?
Well, my dad was a jazz pianist, so I play everything from the 50s all the way up to the 80s. That's the kind of stuff I do.
And you're a great piano. Who's your favorite piano player? Because, you know, I like Oscar Peterson, and I like, you know, a lot of the greats.
Well, my dad was always, of course, my favorite, but he loved the guy who did Misty. Earl Garner.
Earl Garner. Well, Earl
Loved
Garner was the
Earl
one who
Garner. Oh,
did
my
Misty.
God. Yes.
And then who else did Misty?
Yeah.
Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis.
And
yeah.
then whoever, in 1963, there was one more guy who played an organ. Who was that? You should know who it is who did Misty.
I don't recall.
Groove Holmes.
Groove Holmes, okay.
So that was a hit in the 60s. And I
Yeah.
got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, not only was my very special friend, but a great singer and a phenomenal. I'm not singing tonight. I don't need my 5 minutes of
Okay.
fame. Do not get me up there. Do not want to sing. I just want to come
Okay.
in and support you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go see Cosmo. We want to get back to him, but right to the left of me. Now, here's a guy that's a giant in the industry. Very special friend. Gave me a break a long time ago. And he's been very supportive to me. And I want to apologize to you, John, for making you cry when you came to my show Sunday. Because Terry Fader came in. And when I sang The Shadow of Your Smile, Terry said to me, Mike, you made my wife cry. I said, why? What did I do? He said, well, my father-in-law used to sing that song to her when she was a kid, and you touched her heart. I said, well, Mr. Fader, I'm sorry. And then sure enough, here comes Sunday, and who walks in is my buddy Johnny Montello, and he started crying. So why don't you tell everybody why you cried, John?
Well, he sang a song, and it reminded me of my parents, and, it just connected at the moment. It was such a great show. They were just flowing, and at that moment, I got caught up in it, and it reminded my parents, and I started sobbing, and Mike hadn't stopped singing it to me. Go ahead, Mike.
The shadow of your smile when you...
But now he's been trying to sing it, and it doesn't work anymore. It worked at that moment. And
Oh, don't give me that BS. It works. You kidding? So, Johnny, tell everybody. First of all, I'm so excited that you joined my organization here, and because you know what, Shane McFarland, he watches all our programs. They make sure that I say the right thing about Ahern. We don't want no problems with it. They said, what's Mike saying today? And I thank the Ahern Corporation for believing in me and the show. And since they changed the menu, they made it affordable for everybody that goes there, from the mussels oregano and all the great stuff. Now you got a 5-star restaurant that you could afford, and nobody's giving you what Ahern's giving you. So, Johnny, tell them what you want to do and what we want to do together.
Okay, so Mike and I got together. Mike started his show over there at the Ahern, making his dinner show, which he used to have at his own restaurant, my mama's house, which was a great show there. Now he's doing it full time at the Ahern. So he called me, said, what can we do to keep marketing this not only to the tourists but to the local market, knowing that I was heavily involved in local marketing and especially the timeshare industry that we worked together for many years. We created packages that were affordable for the local people to come in, see the show, have a good dinner, like the romance package at a time where you got dinner, gondola ride, and tickets to an attraction. Now we've got a fine dining dinner and his show. So we're taking that another step, and we're creating that to bring the local market in, but also to make it available to the tourists, not only that are coming into town, but the third phase of it is to create a staycation for local people, since it is the Ahern and it's not a gaming hotel, where people could come in and they can stay a night, have a dinner, catch a show, maybe add a second show on, maybe get a free cup of coffee or a free appetizer. And then the same with the tourists, which it'll be a 2 or 3 night stay, and that'll be part of the package. So these are all things that we're discussing now that we're going to make appealing to everybody that wants to come here and really enjoy Vegas like it used to be with this guy's show right here. So
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. You did when we were in the heyday. Just so the viewers know out there, tell everybody how many tickets, how many packages, because I was one of the guys, that's how I made my fortune, folks, and back in the timesharing. Johnny gave me my break, and I was out there selling that romance package, and the 3 days, the 2 nights, and this is what we give you, and the gondola ride, and Madame Tussauds wax figure. They got one of me up there. They're working on me right now. I said, you better put hair on my head. I'm telling you right now, if you want a wax figure of me. You find that funny? We got the same barber, me and you. Don't take your hat off.
We do.
Okay. So tell them about the how many people that you brought in and how many that you sold, John.
Well, right after 9/11, I had a marketing contract with Madame Tussauds and a gentleman named Ron Drake, who was running the marketing program there, and we created a program. We were trying to move their tickets, but we couldn't just move their tickets, so we created the package called the Romance Package, which there was a restaurant at the Venetian up on the top that overlooked the gondolas. It was called Zeffirino's, and they had a restaurant down below called Tintoretto's that had the pastries and the sandwiches. And the gentleman that ran it knew I was with Madame Tussauds. He asked me if I could bring the Pavarotti statue out, put him in front of his restaurant. Then the rest was history. Through that, we created a menu called the Pavarotti Special, put it together with 2 gondola rides and 2 tickets to Madame Tussauds, and created the Romance Package. And some of the giants in the industry like Marriott and Hilton and Grandview and Westgate were buying these packages by the thousands, pre-purchasing them at a greatly reduced wholesale rate and giving them to their customers. That what Mike was talking about, if you guys know the timeshare industry, you're walking down the street and somebody's like, hey, would you like free show tickets? Well, this was giving them a romance package that had a high value for complimentary for going on the tour. But we're creating that with the intent to use for the tourists for timeshare, but also in the local market where you don't have to go on a timeshare to buy that package. We want to make it affordable to the locals. Since we're all locals and we know what draws local in, that's what we're creating here.
Now, I hope everybody listened to Mr. Montello, because as you can see, and I got to say it again, what Ahern's doing, they're bending over backwards. This is a great hotel, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you don't have to pay to park where everybody else wants $25 and $35. If you stay at the hotel, there's no resort fee that's involved in it. So there's a lot to offer. People say, well, I don't want to go on a strip. You're off the strip. Listen to me. My restaurant, I was in Sun City. These people drove from the strip to come to my place. So if they could drive from the strip to come to my place, you can come from the strip to see where I'm at right down the street. It's the best place in town because I'm doing Saturday and Sunday. Once we start popping, I'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'll work every day. Give me one day off just to count my money. It's all I'm asking. Because it takes me all day to count that damn money. No, I'm only kidding you. Ain't that great?
That's what you hired me for.
That's true, John. I love you. Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been great. Mr. Montello is going to stick around with us. I know that my friend Cosmo is getting ready for tonight because he's got to warm up. Because he does a lot of opera. And what should I eat tonight? What do you think? I'm on a diet, so I got to keep my girly figure. So what do you think I should grab tonight?
One of the small ribeyes, maybe. One of the...
Oh, I can't. The small ribeyes. Now, whatever I got, I want to split with my wife, because whatever it is.
Yes.
But I'm taking everybody out to lunch, and, don't worry, I pick up the tab. Maybe my brother might slip in because he becomes an astronomer when the bill comes. Every time the bill comes, he looks up. And also, happy birthday to my buddy Sal Santiago, who's 116 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Sal. No, Sal 74. God bless you, buddy. Happy birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit down. Lady, don't you move. Sit down. I can see you through the camera. Don't touch nothing. We'll be right back.
WeLink is way more affordable than our previous provider. That was one of the deciding factors in switching. It saves us hundreds of dollars a year, which I was excited about because I cover the bills, so I'm always very conscious of how much everything costs. That also includes unlimited data, so we don't have a limit to how much we can use, which is really nice. and our rate has never increased since we've had it, and we've had it almost 2 years now.
We like saving money.
It's super fast, it doesn't get bogged down, it's unlimited data, so I mean, what's not to like?
Selling and buying a home is a huge step in everybody's life. Clients want 3 things from their realtor: trust and integrity, the ability for that realtor to find them the right home, and negotiation skills to get them the right price and the right terms. You hire a full-time professional that knows the local market, understands contracts and addenda, can explain your contractual deadlines, and someone that will always answer the phone or your text. I'm Roy McCann, your real estate man.
Everybody, we're back. I hope you enjoyed those commercials. As you can see, we're growing by leaps and bounds. It looks like from a 30-minute show, I'm going to go to an hour show because my phone's ringing off the hook. But we want to make sure that the people that we bring on the television show for the commercials, that would be very apropos, as I would say, to make it worth their while. Because like I said, we reach thousands and thousands of people. It causes me a fortune to put this package out to everybody. That's why I'm so happy. Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still with my buddy John Montello. He refuses to leave because he wants to make sure that I buy him lunch. I'm only kidding. And my buddy Roy McCann. I said that correctly, sir?
Wonderful today.
He's with one of our sponsors also as well. You know, we talked a little earlier, and they seen your commercial. My opinion, because I got a few houses that I bought from you, you know, and I love you for that because I get the best deals in the world, and you're making a fortune of money off me. Beside that, you got 3 points that we wanted to discuss. Okay?
Right.
And I'm very interested in what you want to tell all those thousands of people that I send this program to. Tell them, Roy.
Well, first of all, thank you again for having me back on the show. What a pleasure. Michael, the number one question people ask me all the time is, how is the market? I'm glad that you asked me. I could sum it up in one word, be the same word I would use to describe your beautiful suit today. Extraordinary. At this stage of the year, we've sold 16,442 homes. Last year at this time, we sold 6,042 homes. We've sold more homes this year with an interest rate which is twice. Or not twice, but it's, 2 years ago it was 4.75. We're now at 6.86, 7%. The prices have gone up to 485 from 450 at the beginning of the year. So prices have gone up, interest rates are going up, and sales have gone up. It's an extraordinary real estate market we have. We're selling over 90 homes a day. It's a great time to be in real estate, and I wanted to share with you today, this is the resilience of the Vegas market. We got people coming here from California where the median price is over $1 million for 1,100 square foot home, and we can sell a home here in Las Vegas for $485,000. It's remarkable.
That's incredible. You know, I was telling Roy, the advertisers that come in, I had a couple other real estate people, but I think it would have been a conflict of interest of having him on there and then have another guy come in, and talk about his thing. I didn't want to do that. So I said, Roy, I got you, buddy. You're like my brother. I want to make this successful for you. But you said something to me. So somebody comes in and they buy a house from you. Right? You said you wanted to do something for the people. Tell the people that are watching today what you wanted to give them.
Well, if I am so fortunate to reach your listeners and they love my commercial and they want an experienced realtor who has got the 3 things that you talk about, that is the integrity of the individual, the compassion for others, and the content of their character. I would like to give anyone who buys or sells a home with me an opportunity to see this gentleman in concert at Ahern. And there will be 4 free tickets to Michael's show, which is a beautiful dinner show. And also 3 free months of the fastest internet service in Las Vegas with WeLink. And that is what I like to offer anyone who calls me today, buys or sells a home.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for that. Put it there, buddy.
All right, my buddy.
Thank you. I want to give you the bill for lunch today. So anyway, I'm only teasing you. And I appreciate you coming on. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's about. You know, this is why I got this program to go to you. You know, not to use vulgarity, not to be out of space, but to come to you with wonderful things. My brother's co-producer of my show, very talented young man. He's got his hands into something which I can't even get it because they don't have it in my neighborhood. So, and Roy said, look, Mike, whatever we could do to get people to come to the show, but we want to do something that's nice, especially realtors. Because, you know, realtors today, they're your friends. The minute they get your money, you might as well kiss them goodbye. You ain't going to see them again. But the nice thing about him is he not only was a customer of mine, but a friend of mine that I feel good about. And if I had to buy a home and more homes that I want to buy, I will go through him. For the simple fact is, because, like I said, there's 3 things a person must have for the nucleus of self-success: the content of a man's character, the integrity you hold as an individual, but the compassion you feel towards another human being. How many people do you know with all 3 of those qualities? And this gentleman has those qualities because he has proved it to me time and time again, way before I went to Ahern, way before all this took place. He was a customer of mine at my restaurant, and I'm glad and honored that he's a part of this package so we could all grow together, because remember, I reached over 100,000 people and I got phone numbers. Now, the more I put in the SKU, the more money that it costs me. You know, 800, 900, 5,000, you get up there in the big time. So yes, it reaches everybody. Thank you for Kellogg's. I love you, Bobby, with all my heart. But what it takes an army to win a war. Did you know that?
It sounds good to me.
It sounds good to me. You know, now, John, you, beside what you do, you got some memorabilia that is unbelievable. Because I got to tell you, you know, I was a Mickey Mantle fan when I was a kid. We used to have kids. They used to be 10 cents and used to have a pink bubble gum. And you would get the cards. You know, and Joe DiMaggio. I had a Joe DiMaggio card, believe it or not, at my restaurant, and somebody took it off my wall when I closed the restaurant. And this is whoever took it, God bless you, but at least you could have asked. But it's okay. God bless you. I hope it's on your wall. Some of the stuff, Johnny, that you got, tell the audience of what you have.
Well, you left out the part where back then we used to take our cards, put them in our bike spoke, and make the noise.
What was that sound again, John? You didn't use the balloon?
No, the balloons. We use baseball cards.
Oh, yeah.
Mickey Mantle baseball cards.
And the bobby
in our
pin.
spokes.
No, not bobby pin, the clothespin.
No, we just taped them on there.
You taped them on there?
What we know now
Did
that
you
we
do
didn't
that,
know
Roy?
then, we'd all be millionaires.
Unbelievable. Well, I used to use the balloon. You used to put the balloon and hit
Well,
that.
see, you were smart. You were the smart one.
Well, you got to remember, I'm a lot older than you. You're just a kid next to me. But so it's at memorabilia. We got a shot at that memorabilia that John's got. That guitar, you have a special guitar. Who's got that guitar? What's the name of that guitar?
Okay, so that one there is, I just started, I've done a lot of sports cards and memorabilia, mainly vintage, and I think you had a photo of that, but this is, I just picked up starting to do storage room sales. That particular guitar is an upright double bass electric guitar, Glenn Burton. I brought that into a couple of shops here in Vegas, and the response is mostly, wow, I've never seen anything like that in my life. So I sent the picture to Mike, and he throws it up here on the show. But that is one that I'm responsible to market and sell and do auction with. But I still have not narrowed down what that guitar is.
Well, let's talk, John. You got a couple other things there. The baseball. You got that baseball. I noticed the signatures on that baseball. Is there who?
Those are some of the baseballs that I have. That I had a larger collection, but I do a lot of selling. I have Ferguson Jenkins on there. I believe the ones of Don Mattingly with a Wade Boggs. There's a couple other Hall of Famers on there. I don't know exactly what balls, but I do have I buy, sell, and consign. So those are consignment balls right there that I'm selling. The particular guy that gave me that collection, the ball's not in there, but there was a ball that he gave me, and it was signed by Phil Rizzuto.
Wow.
There was a second signature on there, true story, second signature on there, and he didn't know who it was. So he gave me the ball, but my job is to research it, make sure they're authentic. And I put it on a site, and a lady replied back and said, that's Meatloaf, the singer, the deceased singer's autograph. Turns out Rizzuto and Meatloaf did a collaboration on a song back in '77, and they signed that ball. So it is those are the things that are coming my way with the Glenn Burton guitar, and also there was another one that we didn't have a photo of, the Del Rosa, which is a 7-foot tall acoustic guitar that's not a real guitar. It was custom made for display to put in a music person's home, but beautiful. But I got a lot of that stuff. I got Mickey Mantle autographs. We got a lot of old sports cards and memorabilia. So there it is. That's part of my personal collection there.
That's incredible.
DiMaggio autographs, Stan Musial, a lot of cards up there.
So John, how would they, thank you for showing those slides, how would they contact you?
You could, if you want to contact me, if you have a collection you want to sell or consign, or you're looking to buy memorabilia, my personal phone number, my cell phone is 702-353-0190. I also, an email, my last name is Montello, but on my sports cards and memorabilia, I use my mom's maiden name. It's called Johnny Falco. So my email is johnnyfalco@gmail.com. Falco, F-A-L-C-O. I also do a Whatnot auction channel called Johnny Falco. And I just have a Facebook and page being set up for that also. So I'm expanding that since I've got the storage rooms and stuff.
That's great.
So feel free to reach out anytime if you have any questions. I also will tell people what they have without charging you anything. I don't charge a fee to come and look at your collection and tell you what you have, because I want people like Mike to make the maximum out of what they want to make. I'm not here to take things from
thank
people.
you. Well, I got some collections too.
Yeah.
When I was young, you're gonna love this. Shoot that up! I found these in my scrapbook. People said, "Did you ever have hair, Mike?" I said, "Well, I was born with." I mean, why do people gotta bust my cojones? I was me with the Sabella brothers and Darryl D. Pasquale. I'm in the middle. I was 11 years old at that one. Give me the next slide real quick. I was 13 years old here. Look at the hair I used to have, Roy. Holy smoke.
Well, you had flair.
And then there's me again. I think I was about 20 years old with a great group, Frank Sabella, Al Macaluso, Gene, and there's another. That was the bands I used to have back east before I had my hit record and came to Vegas. Unbelievable. That's, it's just so exciting, but where the years go in the time. I got to tell you that my friend Eddie Kawhi, who was a phenomenal sports enthusiast and a professional hockey player. He wants to get Wayne Gretzky. He knows all these people. He wants to bring them on the show. And I said, sounds great, because that'd be great for you, John, because these guys got all this memorabilia that we have. You were going to say something, weren't you?
I just wanted to say Glenn Burton, the guy with the guitar, isn't that the guy that played with Elvis?
I don't know a lot about music, but that's part of what I'm inheriting to sell, and that's part of the research I'm doing, and I'm finding out more and more about that. When I bring the Glenn Burton in, people, the music shops are just like, that's incredible. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and I can't say it is, because I'm not going to. You would probably know more than I do on that.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy, Mr. Ott. Joel is on vacation. He's out there having a great time, and I want to know all the recipes that all the places you went. I can't tell nobody where you went at, because everybody will bombard you for your recipes. And anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you've been a marvelous audience, and I say this all the time. I'd like to thank everybody that's watching the program. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I hope through the grace of God that I'll be here next year. As long as I got my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in my heart and my soul, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you got your health, you can have all the money in the world. Don't mean nothing. If you got your health, you got everything. So this is what I say. If I had Aladdin's lamp, And I had one wish to make. I will not wish for caviar or any special dish. I will not wish for dollars, yet in dollars I have few. I'd wish to perform. I'd wish to sing. And I would wish to bring these wonderful people that I bring every week into your homes so you can watch us and bring you inspiration for people as nice as all of you. Thank you, everybody. And you don't have to sing me happy birthday, but if you want to send me a present, send it to Sicily65727. I'm only teasing. Let's say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, Johnny. Oh, forget about it. Say forget about it. Forget about it.
Are you looking to increase your business? Are you looking to take your business or organization to the next level? Well, look no further. The Michael Leonetti Variety Show has everything you need to become a great success. Contact us now to get all the information you need to take your business to the next level.